Hello, my name is Theodore Roosevelt. I was born on October 27, 1858, in a five-story house in New York City. My parents' names were Theodore and Martha Roosevelt. I was the second child out of the four children born. I had two sisters and one brother. Their names were Anna, Corinne, and Elliot. I had an interesting childhood. At the age of 3, I had asthma and couldn't breathe very well. My mother took me out of the city. She thought that would be good for my asthma. I couldn't do the same things as other kids. When I was young, I liked to study nature, and I loved to read. When I was 10, I just started lifting weights and working out because my father wanted me to build my strength. I also got glasses. That summer, my father gave me a gun. I loved to shoot animals and study them up close. In 1872, my family took a trip to Egypt. We stayed there a whole year. I studied the animals that lived along the Nile River. The dry climate in Egypt helped my asthma. When I got older, my asthma was getting better. I had a hard childhood. I never went to grade school or high school. My siblings and I were homeschooled. I loved to read and was a good student. I did not like being homeschooled though. I wanted to go to school so I could learn better and make friends. And in 1876, I was the first person in my family to go away to college. I went to Harvard University in Cambridge, Massachusetts. While I was in college, my father died, and I thought I would never be happy again. But in 1878, I met my future wife, Alice Lee, at Harvard. I quickly fell in love with Alice. It took some persuading, but in 1880, she finally married me. And in 1884, we had a baby girl, but sadly, 3 days after giving birth, Alice died. I named the baby Alice after her mother. Later, I remarried Edith Carroll, a childhood friend. We had 5 children. Their names were Theodore, Jr., Ethel, Archibald, Kermit, and Quentin. I love my family. I accomplished many things during my life. In 1881, I was elected to the New York State Assembly. And in 1886, I ran for mayor of New York City, but I lost. I then became the police commissioner of New York City. President William McKinley named me Assistant Secretary of the Navy. And in 1898, I fought with the Rough Riders in the Spanish-American War. After the war, I was elected to be the governor of New York State. In 1900, I became the Vice President of the United States under President McKinley. And in 1901, President McKinley was shot and killed. I then became the 26th President of the United States. I was only 42 years old. I was a successful president for 8 years. I helped stop the war between Russia and Japan. I made them keep talking until